Lorraine here with Lorraine Fitness. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a full hour-long workout. We're going to do 20 minutes of cardio, 20 minutes of strength training, and 20 minutes of yoga. Lots of great stretching there at the end, so don't skip that part. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a yoga mat for the end and maybe even for the middle when we're down on the ground doing some strength training on the ground. You're going to want at least one set of dumbbells, if not two, maybe a light set and a heavier set. Remember, if you don't have dumbbells at home, that's perfectly fine. Go grab some water bottles, grab some canned goods, grab something that you can grip easily and that weigh the same amount. All right, we're gonna start with a real quick warm up and then we're just getting right into it. Let's do this. So just standing with those hands on the hips, you're gonna take one leg up to the front and then take it out to the side, just rotating it. Yeah, lift it up, take it out. Get into those hip flexors, baby. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna get hot. We're gonna get sweaty. You might get a little stinky. Good thing you're at home. All right, those hips feel really nice and good. We're getting into those joints, lubricating them up. Let's go ahead and take the knees up to center. So just a little march on the spot. Doesn't matter where those hands are. In fact, let's go ahead and just move them a little bit. Start warming up those arms as well. And now here's the thing, anything that we're doing with dumbbells, you don't even have to use, if you have like those canned goods or water bottles, don't feel like you have to use them. You can just use body weight. That is perfectly fine. Body weight is super effective. All right, we're gonna open and close those arms. Get those chests nice and warm. Squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back body. Nice deep breaths here. Take a break whenever you need as well. If you find that I'm just going far too fast, take a break. All right, let's get back to those legs. We're gonna swing them out to the side here, get into those inner and outer thighs. Soft bend in the standing knee. You're gonna feel this in the glutes of the standing leg as well. That's good, warm up that area as well. It's pretty much a full body. Let's switch legs. That's it. Don't worry about how high you're kicking, but do try to get your full range of motion in there. Yeah. All right, I think we are almost ready to get started here. If you don't feel like you've had enough of a warm-up, go ahead and hit pause, run on the spot for a minute or so, but we're gonna get started so we can say that we actually did those 20 minutes of cardio. So we're gonna start with a squat and lateral leg lift. So taking those feet hip distance apart, you're gonna squat down, and when you come up, you're gonna lift up the leg laterally, away from the midline of the body. And then we're gonna alternate sides. All right, so hands can be at center, they can be on the hips, don't worry about it. Are you ready? Let's do this together. Squat and lift that leg, other side, back and forth. And don't feel like you have to do it at exactly the same tempo that I am. You can go slower, you can go faster, totally up to you. Your workout, I'm just here to be a bit of a guide, have some fun, maybe inspire you. If you work better with music, feel free to turn me down, turn up your tunes. Just make sure you're really taking care of that body as you're working out. So those abdominals, they're tucked in nice and tight the entire time. When you squat, you're sending your booty behind you like you're finding an imaginary seat to sit into. Make sure your knees never go past those toes. Beautiful. We're feeling this, right? Don't worry, we're not doing the squat and lateral leg lift for the whole 20 minutes of cardio. We're finishing it off here in 10 seconds. That's it, I know you're doing great. Finish it off, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick break, always grab water if you need it. And then we're gonna jump right in to something else that gets that heart rate continuing to move. So we're just gonna do a nice little easy hop. You can join in whenever you're ready. Hands on the hips, hands on the waist, and you're just hopping back and forth, side to side. No big deal, no panic. Now here's the thing, not everybody can handle impact, right? That jumping up and down. So if you need to modify, you can give me a quick side step. Side, side, side. Yeah? Just keep moving. You can hear me, I'm panting already, so that's great. Keep hopping. Deep breaths. Beautiful. Hear that tummy is nice and tight, giving me lots of support. Only the ponytail's going crazy. That's it, that's it. for all, or it's all good. I don't know what I was gonna say there, lost my train of thought. Oh, I know what it was. If you want to hold on to weights during the cardio, that's fine too. You could be holding on to them for a little extra. I'm leaving my cardio just as cardio. Beautiful. Finish it off. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Shake it out. Take a couple deep breaths. Grab that little sip of water. You never really want to guzzle, particularly when we're doing our cardio. You want to keep going. So, we're going to get down on the ground. We're going to be doing some plank jacks. So just like you would do a jumping jack, standing up, we're going to do a jack in plank. So getting down on your mat, take the wrists right underneath of the shoulders. Take the legs out behind you. Make sure the bum is not up in the air, nor is the belly. Down towards the ground, stay up plank. Put a tiny bend in those elbows. Jump it out, jump it back in. If you need to modify, drop those knees. You can still step it side to side. Are you ready? Let's go. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Jack it out. Tummy tight. It never changes. Pull that navel in. Up towards the spine. Keep the neck nice and long. That means you're not hunching up the shoulders like this. Pull the shoulders back. Jumping those legs out. Side to side. And remember, you can put the knees down at any time. And just take it to a little step. Beautiful. I know you're staying with me no matter which version you're taking. We've just started. Nice deep breaths. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Many people forget to breathe. Good job. Here we go. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Good job. Circle out those wrists if they are problematic for you or they're just a little sore from being in that for a minute. Come on up. So we're gonna do a little bit of a shuffle jump. Just gonna move my dumbbells out of the way here. So we're gonna do a little shuffle to the side with a little jump. So it's a squat jump. Back and forth, side to side. So you're gonna start at one side, make sure you've got some room. You're gonna shuffle, shuffle, jump. Shuffle, shuffle, jump. Are you ready? Of course you are. Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Shuffle, shuffle, jump. Stay low. On that shuffle, you're gonna tax that body. You got it. Get it low. And jump. Beautiful. Soft knees the whole time. Yeah. 20 seconds gone. Yeah. We're gonna be doing this whole series of cardio exercises again, at least once more, but we're not even done this series yet. We're gonna do one more after this. Stay with me. We've only got 20 seconds left. Yeah. Shuffle, shuffle, and jump. 10 seconds. Whew. Yeah. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Whew, how you doing? Gonna get nice and close to you. All right. Big smiles, big breaths. Get ready for the next one. So instep taps. Instep your foot. The inside edge. We're gonna be lifting those up. Tapping with them hand. If you can't actually tap, you can't actually touch them, it's okay. Reach for them. Just pretending. Try not to really round through the back. Try to keep that nice tall torso. Abs engaged. So again, if you can't do impact, that's what you're gonna do. Nice and fast, side to side. The rest of us, we're hopping and we're starting. Right now, let's go. 1 minute. You got it, you got it, you got it. Hard to talk when you're jumping. Don't worry, you don't have to talk. You might be cursing me though. That's okay. Keep it up, friends. keep jumping if you can. I'm tapping it out. I'm still going speedy. It's all good. Happens to feel a lot better on my foot as well. All right, keep going. 20 seconds left. Finish strong, one more by saying not 20, 12. Here we go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. So we'll take a good 30-second break here. We're gonna do those all again, all 5. Whew. Nice deep breaths. Walk it out if you need. Grab water. Now if you're thinking, what is she doing? Why is she taking all these breaks? I'm ready to power through. Maybe you're a marathon runner. You go right ahead, start early, get going. I'm rooting for you. I am not a cardio queen. My clients call me the ab queen. I love my ab workouts. But today, right now, it's all about the cardio. I do it because it's good for me, good for my heart, good for that cardiovascular system. So we're gonna get started, all right? Back to exercise number 1, that squat and lateral leg lift. Get your space, decide where you want those hands, maybe you're using weights. We're starting right now, let's go. Squat and lift, squat and lift. You got it. Get that booty down low to the ground. Press up through the heels. Really lift that leg. Every time, think lift. You're working those obliques when you do that, which is fantastic. Little side benefit there, even though this is cardio. And you could potentially add a little hop here in the middle if you need more. I do not need more. All right, you got it. Stay with me. We're over halfway, friends. We are. Yeah, 20 seconds. 15. Oh, sometimes those legs feel that like they weigh 100 pounds, don't they? Here we go. Finish it off. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Felt that one in my booty. Another little side benefit. Walk it out. We're gonna get into those little side to side hops. Nice and easy. They're not our mogul hops. Just easy side to side hops. We're gonna start here soon. So get ready, hands on the waist or hands at heart center. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Side to side. Don't forget about those nice, tight abs. Pull it in. It's work. And every time you land on those feet, and we're on the balls of our feet here, I want you to make sure those knees are staying nice and soft. You're not landing with a stiff leg. It's not locked out, never, never, never. We want to be kind to those joints. Yeah. You got it, friends. Breathe. Yeah. Nice and gentle. Getting into those plank jacks next. 20 seconds. Here we go. Last 15, just under. Side to side. You got it. Finish strong, even if you're stepping. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right. Also side benefit, those calves. Anytime we're up on those toes, you're working those calves. So even though we're doing cardio, there's some strength happening too for sure. All right, let's get into those plank jacks, shall we? Get down on the ground. Find that good form. So wrists underneath shoulders, wide spread those fingertips. Take the legs behind you. Pull the belly up towards the spine. Bring the shoulders back and down. Okay? You ready? Here we go. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Jacking it out, just like a jumping jack from a standing position, except for we're down in our beautiful plank. Yeah. So now watch here, as you're kicking out those legs, that you don't start sliding back like this. You don't want those shoulders way behind the wrists. You want to keep those shoulders right over the wrists. You got it, we're halfway. 30 more seconds. Breathe. We're gonna kick those legs up to the side. Working those inner thighs. Working our chest here. Watch those elbows, micro bend, yeah? You got it. All right, 10 more seconds. Breathe. Smile. Here we go. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Take care of those shoulders. Take care of the wrists. Take a couple deep breaths. We're sweating now, right? I sure hope you are, I am. Beautiful. 2 left. Shuffle, shuffle, squat, jump. And those instep taps, they're killer. All right. So, that little chattery mind of yours is saying you can't do it. You're gonna give up. Say, no way, not this time. Lorraine's here for me. If she can do it, I can do it. She's not a cardio queen either. All right? Watch your space. Get ready for that shuffle kick or shuffle jump. You ready? Sink it down low. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Shuffle, shuffle, and jump. Nice high jump. Let's go. You got it. Shuffle, shuffle, low. Nice high jump. Doesn't have to be super quick. It's definitely cardio. Heart rate is still up. No worries. Shuffle low and jump high. Yeah. Any space will do. I'm in my bedroom here. Sometimes I'm down in that messy workout room of mine. Sometimes I take it outside. Sometimes I even use my kitchen. Doesn't matter. Go to where there's nobody else around unless they're joining you. And just do it. Just do it. All right, 15 seconds. Stay with me. Come on, come on. Here we go, last 10. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out. We got 1 left. So again, if you don't need a break, you get right into it. I applaud you. Insteps. Jumping those feet up, tapping the instep. And it's hard doing the workout and talking the whole time. So I'm taking the modification. I'm gonna just stand here, not just, go as fast as I can without jumping. So if you can jump, please do. All right, saving my energy a little bit for that strength section in our yoga. Let's get going. Instep taps, in jumper step, starting in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Maybe you're jumping. That is awesome. I'm proud of you. I am tired today. Whew. Maybe it's the weather. Pretty gloomy out there today. And you know what? Be kind to yourself. Sometimes we wake up and we're just sad. Or, you know, our circumstances are such that we're just not really feeling it. So give yourself kudos for just getting out of bed, getting on those workout clothes, and joining me here. And I gotta say the same thing to myself. Right here I am leading you, and I'm not jumping, but it's okay. Maybe it's just not my day to do all that cardio, but I'm still moving. I'm still doing cardio, my heart rate's still up. I can still feel this in my legs and my booty, so no worries. Don't get down on yourself, I'll try to do the same. All right, we're gonna finish this off now. Here we go. Last 5, and 3, and 1. We're done. High five. Good job. Well done. Okay, so take about a minute break here, maybe not quite that much. Grab some water. And you're gonna need those dumbbells, or your water bottles, or your canned goods, whatever those things are that you're holding on to, or body weight alone. Honestly, you don't always have to do the exact way that your instructor is showing. You can always downgrade a little bit or even make it harder. Just use good form, all right? Here we go. We're gonna get into reverse flies. So we're gonna take those dumbbells into our hands. We're gonna bend over. So plant your feet right underneath your hips, hip distance apart. Bend over. The torso is gonna be almost parallel with the ground. Let your arms dangle down. You're gonna keep that soft bend in the elbows I'm always harping about. and you're gonna fly it out to the side. You're definitely gonna feel this in the shoulders. It's also great for the chest and back. So when you bring the weights down together, stay in control. So you're not flying it out and letting them swing back together. You're not letting gravity take over. All right, get started, bend over, and let's go. Fly it out, slow return. Out, and nice and slow, back together. So just like I said, when we're in plank, you want to make sure that the shoulders don't hike up around those ears. So we're not up here, keep them back. Flying it out with that soft bend in the elbow. So we're not poker straight, don't hyperextend. Beautiful. Now think about those hands. Are you gripping the weights like with a death grip? You don't need to. Let it go just a little bit. Think about that chest. Think about those upper back muscles that are working. Squeezing those shoulder blades together as you fly it out. Beautiful. We are almost done here, folks. First set, almost done in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, stand up. Do what you need to do in that little break. I forgot my sweat towel. If you have a sweat towel, wipe that sweat. Maybe you can get mine for me. All right, get down into a static lunge. So in a static lunge, I'm gonna come a little bit closer than my mat here. You're gonna take, no I'm not, I want you to see my feet. So, your front foot, make sure the knee doesn't go past the toes, okay? That knee should be over top of the ankle. Back leg is straight, heel might be off the ground. Take the index fingers, or sorry, the fingertips and face them away from you. We're gonna do a bicep curl here. And then once you're done the bicep curl, you're gonna pivot around, static lunge, pivot curl other side. So it's a nice compound movement, working legs and arms. Get into position, watch that knee right over top of the ankle. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Curl it up, the wrists don't bend, pivot around, sink it low. Right, so we're not fast here, this is not cardio. It's slow and controlled, checking the form. And you could use heavier weights here. I didn't change out my weights from what I was using in reverse fly. That's okay. My little 5-pounders are gonna be just fine for today. And maybe on the second round through, I'll switch it out and grab my 8s or my 10s. And maybe you're using something else. If it ever gets too much, you're just gonna let them softly go down to the ground. No worries. Whew. Put your mind where your muscles are. Keep checking your form. Nice and slow. Whew. Almost done here, folks. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it up, you're done that minute. Whoo-wee. I'm feeling it. Okay, I'm gonna keep these 5-pound weights for the next one. We're getting into triceps. We just did biceps, so let's work on that opposing muscle group. We're gonna bend over just like we did in our reverse flies. Elbows will be close into the body because that's how we isolate those triceps. So take those feet hip distance apart, bend over at the waist, take the elbows up beside you. They're not down low, they're up high. Plaster them against the body. From here, you're gonna kick the arms back, slow and controlled. All right, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick it back. Slow and controlled, back to the body, keeping shoulders away from the ears. There's lots of control here. It's not momentum. So there's no swinging here. This is not what we want, okay? Slow and controlled. It's that time under tension that's really gonna build these muscles. Inhale, hands come back to shoulders. Exhale, kick them back. Now your range of motion might not be that big. Maybe it only goes to here. That's okay. Everybody has a different range, different level of flexibility in the elbows. So don't worry about that. Just keep the elbows close into the body, yeah? Beautiful. Nice deep breaths. Yeah. Beautiful, folks. Stay with me. Whew. Triceps are definitely feeling this. This is one that if you're not used to working those triceps, you might not be using any weight at all. 10 seconds. All right, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, lose the weight, circle out the shoulders, whatever you need to do. Wipe the sweat. Whew. All right, we've got 2 more in our set before we repeat them. Definitely sweating here, that's fantastic. All right, so we're gonna get down on the ground. Now I'm gonna do a weighted donkey press to a weighted fire hydrant, but you do not have to use dumbbells. You don't have to use anything at all. So we're gonna get into our tabletop position, hands below shoulders. Your knees are underneath of the hips. And if you're using the dumbbell, it goes in the crook of the knee. You're gonna squeeze that dumbbell. So to get into our donkey press, you flex the foot, you press it up to the ceiling. Then you bring it down towards the mat, kick it out to the side like you're a dog at a fire hydrant. All right? So we press it up, bring it down, out to the side. At 30 seconds, we're gonna switch legs. So if you don't have a dumbbell, you just switch legs. If you have a dumbbell, we're gonna take that dumbbell head and really quickly flip it over to the other side for the last 30 seconds. Or you could just put both dumbbells in place right away and then they're already ready to go. So up to you. I'm up on fists, you might see. That's just to help out my wrists. They're getting a little sore this way. So are you ready? We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Donkey press, fire hydrant. Tummies are tight. And breathing. Fire hydrant, donkey press, your speed. Does not have to match me at all. Beautiful job. We've got 10 more seconds on this leg. Get ready to switch it over. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other leg. I'm actually getting rid of this because the dumbbell heads are hitting each other. Beautiful. Opposite leg. Keep that foot nice and flexed. And if you're using that dumbbell, you're squeezing it the whole time so it doesn't fall out. That also helps to engage the muscles we're using here. This is really all about the glutes and the hamstrings, the upper hamstrings here. Beautiful. Stay with me, folks. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna take those weights and we're gonna do a renegade row. So take the weights right underneath of the shoulders, get yourself in plank, and from here in plank, take the legs a little wider, more stable base here, row up one weight to the waist, put it back down softly, opposite side, back and forth. If you need to be on knees, you can. We are starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go, people. Watch that bend in the elbows. It should be there as you're holding onto the dumbbell underneath you. Don't lock out that arm. Slow and controlled. Even as you're putting that dumbbell down on the ground, nice and slow. You're not letting gravity take over. Beautiful. Again, working that upper back as we row, working our abdominals as we stay in plank. Keeping those beautiful shoulders relaxed away from the head. Stay with me. Beautiful job. I know you're doing okay. You know you can drop knees if you need. Finishing off here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Come on up. Getting right into those reverse flies. Let's go. Grab those weights. Bend over. Feet are hip distance apart. Getting a little bit closer here. Arms dangle in front. Let's go. Fly it up. So I'm going to keep looking down at the ground here to protect the neck. I don't want to be looking up the whole time. See, if I look up the whole time, that's going to hurt the back of that neck. So keep looking down at the ground. Yeah. You can easily see those toes. Beautiful. Stay in control. Even as the dumbbells come back down together, don't let gravity take over. How you doing? We're over halfway. 20 seconds. Breathe. Abdominals are tight, right? Soft little bend in the knees, right? All right. We got less than 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're doing those bicep curls in static lunge. So get yourself set up. Let's take that static lunge. Knee over top of the ankle. Shoulders back, fingernails pointing forward. Let's go. Bicep curl. I literally just had sweat dripping my eye. That's awesome. Whew. Also made me fall over. Slow and controlled. Turn it around. Let's go. Yeah. So if this is one of the first videos of mine you're watching, you might be laughing. That's okay, I don't mind being your comedic relief. I don't believe in retakes. I don't believe in showing you that I'm perfect, because I'm not, and neither are you. So if I flub up, gives you permission to flub up. We are real people, we are not perfect. Sometimes we fall over. Sometimes our sweat drips in our eyes. Sometimes we burp. All right, it's all good. Slow and controlled. Press it up. Give me that pivot. Lower it down. Curl it up. Stay with me. Coming up into the home stretch here, people. I know you're doing great. You could just stand and give me bicep curls. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lose those weights, friends. Beautiful. Tricep kickbacks. I'm going to take that tiny sip of water, getting dry mouth here. I'm going to stay with those 5-pound weights since we're doing triceps. So let's get into a standing position, feet hip distance apart. Bend over at that waist. Take those elbows up behind you. Shoulders are back. Elbows tucked in. So from the front, they're not out here. Tuck them in. And let's go. Kick it back, friends. Nice and slow. No momentum. Lower half of that body is nice and stable, not moving. Shoulders, nice and chill. Back, nice and flat. Abdominals, nice and tight. Neck, nice and long. Knees, nice and softly bent. Everything today is nice. Whew, that shower is gonna feel nice. All right, we've got less than 15 seconds. Stay with me, tuck those elbows in for 10 seconds. You got it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, you did it. All right, final 2. Let's get into those beautiful donkey presses with fire hydrant. I am only going to use one dumbbell this time. I found that the dumbbells were kind of hitting each other between the legs here. Remember, you can lose the dumbbell. Plant those hands underneath the wrists. Wide spread the fingers. Don't let the belly sag and the back arch. Pull the belly in, flat back. Let's go. Press that foot up. Take it out to the side. Press it up. Take it out to the side. It's only 30 seconds per leg. That's why I really like working with a dumbbell here. Give it a little more oomph for the little 30 seconds that we're doing it for. And we're finishing this leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and flip that dumbbell over. And starting that 30 seconds right now. Let's go. Beautiful job. Keep looking down at that mat. You know what the exercise looks like now. Soft bend those elbows. Taking care of all parts of the body while we're working those hamstrings. And those beautiful glutes, those beautiful behinds. Stay with me. Last 3, 2, and 1. One more strength exercise, then we're getting into yoga. I hope you don't run away while we're doing yoga. Don't let the word scare you if you're not a yogi, if you don't do yoga on a regular basis. Just think of it as stretching. We're gonna stretch out all those body parts we were using. So take those weights underneath the shoulders. Take the legs behind you, get into your plank position. If you're using those weights, you're gonna widen the legs just a little bit. Are you ready? Let's go. Rowing it up. Soft and gentle, placing that dumbbell back down on the ground. Abs tight. Don't let gravity pull that weight down to the earth. Actively pulling your navel upwards as though it's reaching for the spine. You will feel the abdominals engage as you do that. Yeah. This is also great for the legs as you're flexing through the feet. Calves are engaged, quads are engaged, hamstrings are tight. Everything's working here. I love it. Stay with me, we're almost done. You only got 15 seconds. And 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees. Excellent job. All right. I'm looking at the time, and we actually have 2 more minutes before we have to start the stretches, since we're doing 20 minutes of each. So I say we get down on that mat and we bang out 2 minutes of abs. Are you with me? Let's do it. So let's get down onto our backs. And let's go ahead and do some ankle reaches. So lifting head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. We're gonna bring the hand out to the side and twist it back and forth. So abs are nice and tight. Are you ready? Let's go. Side to side. Little extra here. Back and forth. Lift that head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Feel those abdominals engage. Nice and tight. The higher you lift that head, neck, and shoulders off the ground, the more you're really gonna feel it in those abdominals. Just looking up at the ceiling. Breathing nice and deep here. Kind of feels like it's cardio, doesn't it? And we're almost done. Stay here for another 15 seconds with me. I know you can do it. Beautiful. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it on down. All right, so we did one where we lifted up the top half of our body. Let's do an abdominal exercise where we move the bottom half of our body, which is our legs, of course. So lift up the legs, and from here, we can just lower down the legs. Now, if you can't do the double leg lower, if that's just too hard on the abdominals and your back starts to arch, give me an alternate leg lower. And if you want to, you can lift up head, neck, and shoulders for more. So when you're ready, 3, 2, and 1. Remember, wherever the back starts to arch, that's where you're gonna stop and lift those legs back up. We never want that back to take over. We want the abdominals to pull those legs back up. And if head, neck, and shoulders are up, do make sure the shoulders are up. Say that 10 times fast. Make sure the shoulders are up. You don't just want to have shoulders here and neck up. That will lead to neck strain. Yeah. Nice and slow. Feel the work in the core. We are almost done. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll down. Draw the knees into the chest. If you like to rock side to side here, go right ahead, giving that lower back a little bit of a massage. So this is Apanasana, double wind relieving pose in yoga. See, it's not scary. Just a nice little stretch here for the glutes and the hammies. Whew. All right, so from here, let's rock and roll up to a seated position. In fact, we're gonna come to a standing position. So standing at the front of your mat or at the top of the mat, you can take your feet hip distance apart, shoulders at the sides, just nice and relaxed. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then we're gonna go ahead on an inhale breath, sweep the arms up to the side, lift your chin, look up in the hands, and then as you exhale, hinge at the waist, take the arms back out to the side, stretch through the fingers, and come all the way down into what we call a forward fold. So in your forward fold, we're just gonna hang here upside down, and you're gonna feel that nice stretch in the calves and the hamstrings. Now, if you can't do this straight-legged, that's okay. Put a bend in your knees, that's totally fine, and just hang. Some people like to take hold of their elbows with opposite hands. That's fine. Gives that nice little extra weight, pulling the shoulders down, the arms down. Whew. Release the elbows if you've got a hold of them. Inhale to halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale to fold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to plant the hands in front of the feet, step back into plank. And then from plank, take a big inhale breath, then lower all the way down, keeping elbows nice and close to the body. Big long exhale. Untuck the toes, keep the elbows tucked in beside you, and then inhale, rise up into cobra. Nice little stretch here. You'll see that it's a nice stretch for the abdominals, pulling the shoulders back nice and gently. It's a nice little stretch for that lower back as well. Beautiful. Take an exhale breath as you roll back down the front body. Tuck the toes under, and then exhale as you press back up into plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog, taking the hips nice and high. Plant the hands shoulder distance apart. And then maybe here you're walking the dog. That means just bending into one knee after the other. Walking the legs out a little bit, feeling the stretch in the back of the legs. And then from here, take the weight onto your left foot. Take a big inhale as you sweep the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale as you sweep it through the center of the mat and plant it between your hands. Now take the left knee all the way down to the ground and take note that the front knee, your right knee, is right over top of the ankle. So we're in what's called a low lunge. Back toes are tucked under unless it's super uncomfortable for you. And then just staying here, keeping the shoulders away from those ears like I'm always saying. Feel that nice stretch in the inner thighs. And then if you want to get into those quads a little bit, because when we were doing our cardio section, it was a lot of quads, a lot of strength there. So you might want to lift hands off of the mat, take one hand onto the front knee, and then reach behind you and grab that back foot. You're instantly going to feel that nice deep stretch in the quads. If you want to be more yoga about it, you can lift that front hand up into the air. You can pull inner thighs together, just really feel that activation. And go ahead and gently release the foot, planting hands on either side of the foot. Take those couple seconds just to really feel that lunge. Then we're going to move into lizard. So taking this front foot and just heel toe walking it out to the side edge of the mat, then planting both hands right underneath the chest. So you can stay here in lizard, or I'm going to turn just a little bit this way so you can see a little bit better. So you can stay here in lizard, or if you like, you can open up that foot. So come onto the side edge of the foot, let the knee drop open to the side. And then if you still need more, go ahead and come down onto elbows. And just feel how that feels for you. And if anything doesn't feel right, of course you're going to come out of it. So for my money, I'm taking off my shoes. It never feels right for me, particularly as a yoga instructor, to be doing yoga in my shoes. So when we get down around to the other side, I'll take off the other shoe. So wherever you're at, just Just take a couple deep breaths here. Cardio work is done. Strength work is done. Put your mind where the muscle is. Breathe into those inner thighs. So when you just come back square on my mat, you stay where you are. And then to get out of our lizard, you're going to close up that foot, the knee, tuck the back toes under if they're not anymore, and sweep that right leg behind you. Let's come all the way back into our downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, place the weight on the right foot. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, sweep it through, plant it between the hands, taking that right knee down to the mat behind you, coming into our low lunge. So again, I'm checking to make sure my left knee is over top of the left ankle. Staying here in low lunge, just feeling that beautiful stretch. Or maybe coming up to that knee, maybe turning around, taking a hold of that foot, and just feeling that nice quad stretch. Soften through the face, through the jaw. Nice deep breaths. Beautiful job, everyone. And then just be really careful that when you let go of the foot that you're holding onto, you don't slingshot it. Let it gently release. Taking hands down to the mat now. You can walk that front foot out to the side edge of the mat. Plant both hands in the center of the mat underneath your chest. And then maybe open up that foot if that feels good, taking the knee out to the side. And remember, you don't have to, it could stay up. But then if you do need more, maybe you come down to elbows here. Maybe you have some blocks and you like to put the elbows on blocks. That works really, really well. Just remembering again that it's just about breathing. It's about taking the time here, using breath and time to increase our flexibility, to stretch out those muscles that we worked so hard. So let everything release. And if something's pinching, or there's actual pain, please move out of it. Don't stay there. All right, let's press back into those hands, close up the leg. We're gonna come into hero position. So take your knees together and take your heels together. And then from here, sitting up nice and tall, I'm gonna take the hands and just walk them around behind us. So we're not hunched into the chest. Lift the chest high, shoulders away from the ears. We need to walk the elbows or the hands back, feeling a little bit into the quads. And if you can come right back down onto the elbows. And just make sure that the knees have not lifted. If the knees begin to lift off the ground, then you need to come back up into hands. And if you're super flexible and you can come all the way back down to the shoulders without the knees lifting, you can do that as well. My knees lift when I come down to my shoulders, so I'm staying here, and I definitely do feel this in the quads, so that's great. Taking a little bit of a neck stretch here as well, that feels fantastic. And then when you feel ready to come out of it, nice and slowly, let the chest lead. You can take the hands out wide, press into the hands, lift yourself up. Now because we did those reverse flies, we want to open up that chest area. So let's go ahead and interlace the hands behind our back. Gently roll the shoulders open, opening up that chest. Then from here, we're going to inhale as though you're reaching up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, bend over at the waist, taking the nose all the way to the knees. And now your hands here, they might just rest on the lower back, or they might lift up towards the ceiling like mine. And wherever they are, if you like the feeling, you can flip the palms over, outward, up towards the ceiling. Getting into those wrists as well, since we were using dumbbells. Oh, feels so good, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I do this for you since I can't be with you in person. Hope you're staying active and fit. All right, pull the abdominals in, and then let's Let's rise back on up. Yeah, nice. Release the hands. We're gonna come on down, sitting on our bottoms. Take both legs straight out in front. We're gonna flex into the feet. Now, we're just sitting smack dab on our bottoms. I know you're gonna maybe chuckle at this, but we're gonna lean over to one side and grab your fleshy bits and pull them out to the side. So you can feel that sitting bone. And then do the same thing on the opposite side. Feel the sitting bone there, great. And then picking up the right foot, bending to the right knee, plant that right foot on the opposite side of the left leg. And then take the right hand to the right knee. We're gonna take that left arm and twist it all the way behind us. So we're twisting from the midsection of our body here. This does not feel right. I did this the wrong way. Yes, I did. Okay, right knee is bent. Right foot is on the opposite side of the left knee. Let's put the left hand on the right knee. I told you this was real life. We're gonna twist this way, right hand behind us. That feels better. So we're using that left hand on that right knee. A little bit of torque here to feel that nice deep stretch into the hip. Those of you that are used to taking my live classes here in town, I know you're chuckling at me, and that's okay. Let's take a big inhale breath, come back to center, stretch out the legs, bend into the left knee, cross the left foot over the right leg. Let's take the right hand to the left knee. This time it's right. Inhale, sweep that arm up and around. Excellent. So again, this hand on the knee is giving you a little bit of pressure to really feel that stretch in the outside leg, the side of the glutes. And then we're also getting that nice stretch in the midsection of the body. So almost ready to come all the way down to the ground here. Take the last couple minutes of this hour together down on the ground. We'll stretch those inner thighs. Let's come back to center. Let's roll on down. Moving the weights or anything in the way down. So coming all the way down to the ground. Let's get into a hamstring stretch on the ground first. So let's pick up that right leg, flex through the right foot. So really press up through the heel, pull the toes back towards the nose. Interlace the hands behind the thighs, so right on that hamstring muscle here, the lower hamstrings. Gently pull the leg in towards the chest. And because we're flexing the foot, you're gonna feel that right into the calf, which is really what we want. Anything that we were doing today, particularly in the cardio section where we're up on toes, you'll really have felt that in the calves. Nice deep breaths. Heart rate should be pretty much back down to normal now. And then we're going to bend into that leg, take a hold of that right knee with the left hand, and just pull it across the body. We'll take one more quick stretch here before we do that inner thigh stretch I was talking about. And here my right arm is straight out on the ground, perpendicular to my body. Nice opening for the chest here again. Unclench the jaw. Soften through the face. And then let's come back to center, extend the right leg long on the mat and lift the left leg up to the ceiling, flex through the foot. Go ahead and clasp hands and gently pull that leg in towards the face. Now here, that opposite leg, my right leg, it doesn't have to be straight on the ground if that doesn't feel comfortable for you. You can absolutely bend into that knee and plant the foot behind your tush. Again, always listening to your body. Your body is not my body. We're all different. We're all made differently. We have different injuries and limitations. But do pull that leg in. I want you to feel that stretch. We're not just filling time here. And then of course, same stretches that we do on one side, we want to do on the other side. So let's go ahead and bend into this left knee. Take the right hand to the left knee, left arm out to the side for support, and draw that right knee across the body. Feeling that beautiful little twist. Coming out of it a little tiny bit if it's too deep, if it's too intense. Softening the body where you can. We don't want to be holding tension, we want to release the tension. So if you haven't done one of my yoga, full length yoga classes yet, do take a look here on my YouTube channel. There's plenty to choose from. Let's go ahead and bring that leg back into the midline of our body. We're gonna take happy baby now. So go ahead and lift both legs up into the sky. We're gonna separate the legs. Maybe I should show you this way a little bit. And then reach between the legs. We're gonna take hold of the outside edges of the feet, or you can wrap those fingers around the big toes. Separate the legs. Now you could have bent legs like this, or you can straighten them. So it depends on what you feel. You really wanna have the knees out nice and wide, elbows out nice and wide as well. Now the modification for this is to put hands just on the knees. Back into the midline of my mat. So again, modification, hands on the knees, regular happy baby, knees wide, elbows wide, or go ahead and fully extend the legs. Maybe you want to alternate bending and straightening, really up to you. Just letting it open, let that stretch. And then from here, friends, bend into those knees. Go ahead and lengthen out along the middle of the mat. We're gonna take the arms straight up overhead, take the feet together, point strongly through the toes, stretch through the fingertips, maybe even wiggle through the midsection of the body. So I really want you to feel those intercostal muscles between the ribs, really stretch out, lengthening those muscles, those abdominals that we worked so hard. Nice big stretch. And then let's draw those knees back into the midline of the body. Again, maybe you want to do one at a time. Feel that stretch first, and then the next leg. And then you can either just roll over onto one side, or you can rock and roll up the mid-length of the body till you can come up to a seated position. And we are done. And now, of course, if you have some extra time and you want to do some extra stretches, please be my guest. You look far too far away from my liking, so I'm going to come on up to say my goodbyes. Let me just say thank you once again. It's always such a pleasure to join you. I love hearing your comments. I love it when you get a hold of me and tell me what kind of workouts you want to see or yoga classes. So thank you once again. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Have a lovely day.